Good day, viewers. You're once again welcome to my YouTube channel. Mr. Ralph, good morning.
Morning to you.
Breaking news. A very popular Biafran agitator came out online rejoicing and celebrating the same people who are recognized as terrorist group in Nigeria, the Biafrans, are the same people bringing good names and glory to Nigeria. A Biafran citizen in the United States of America was elected in the Harvard University as the president of the law students. And the girl came out praising the Biafrans for the good names they are bringing to the Nigerians, the same people that the Nigerians have refused to recognize for the good names they bring to the country. At the same time, going down to an Igbo man as well, being the overall naval officer in the U.S. Now, people are coming out to say Biafrans are sending good signals to Nigeria, still yet they are being tagged as terrorists.
That is why anybody that has proscribed Nigeria as a terrorist, any country outside Nigeria like Canada, America, European countries, they have done well for proscribing Nigerian politicians, Nigerian cattle rearers, the Fulani tribe as terrorists. They have done well. You can see Igbo man is ever hardworking, so industrious and resilient that they earn themselves prestige, honor, respect. They earn themselves this kind of integrity, this kind of let me say glory outside the shore of Nigeria as a result of their hard working. Not that they align with Nigerian government, stealing public fund, using the money to buy themselves industries outside, entrepreneurship establishment outside. They have nothing to do with stealing public money. Yet they work hard in various education institutions in America, in Europe, even in China, and they always come out, competently. They do well in China academically and otherwise. They do well in the UK academically and otherwise. They do well in the United States of America politically, academically and otherwise as a result of hard working. Yet Nigeria has failed to recognize them. So this woman now, of a daughter of the Igbo extraction, you see the kind of chief, let me say, feat she has achieved, academical feat that has never, been seen in other tribes or extraction in Nigeria. Yet she has not said to herself, "I will deny my nationality where I come from." He actually made it clear that he's coming from that contraption, Nigeria. And now Nigeria is receiving the honor. Shame unto the administration of Buhari administration that proscribe Igbos as terrorists. Shame unto you if you are a member, a component of this present administration in Nigeria, and you proscribe Igbo man, IPOB as terrorists. Shame unto you, Tinubu administration. Shame unto you. Igbo man is bringing this kind of honor to Nigeria, and all of you still believe that IPOB are terrorists. Believe in the soldiers shooting innocent youth in Igbo land, repenting Boko Haram, reintegrating them, because they are the one repenting Boko Haram forcefully, making them to repent and bring them into our army. But the Igbo man is neglected upon his hard work, resilience to do this country pride. Shame unto you, Nigeria. Shame unto you, Justice Omotocho. Shame unto you, Malami, the former justice minister. Shame unto you, the deceased president of Nigeria, Muhammad Buhari, for bringing Igbo nation down. I said, shame unto you. And the prayer Mazi Nnamdi Kanu prayed and cursed you, Omotocho James, you are accursed forever. God will never forgive you for bringing that kind of shame on a man that knows his right, knows the law, challenge you in the court. You could not actually fathom or figure out where the law under which Kanu was sentenced for life is gazetted in our constitution. Shame unto you. So you see it, brother, that is what is going on in Nigeria. Igbo man is all about developing Nigeria academic wise, business wise. When you talk about thriving, yes, growing of commerce, trade and industry in Nigeria, whom do you mention his name? Igbo. When you talk about academical feat in Nigeria, I am surprised when certain people say they are the most educated people in Nigeria. I am surprised. Who is more educated than Igbo man in Nigeria? is the same Biafra man that Nigeria proscribed as terrorist. We are #1 in education industry in 1960s. Kenneth Onwukadike, the first VC, 1948. That was when University of Ibadan was what? Initiated, built in Nigeria. The first VC there, Vice Chancellor, was Kenneth Onwukadike, Professor of African Culture and Tradition. He lectured the West on African culture and tradition. Yet, they are claiming that they are more educated in Nigeria. Who gave you education? Awolowo made free education here. Does not mean that you are the only one that benefited. The Igbos were here donkey years, many years in Yoruba land. Igbo man was part of the benefit of free education by Awolowo Obafemi. So let me tell you, in education industry, go there, we are there. We are there many years. The first Nigerian Senate president was Nwafor Rizu. He's from Nnewi. He's an Anambra man. That's when you talk about law, making law. They are the highest law-making body, race or tribe in Africa. We are the one. Tell me where we are lacking behind in Nigeria. Look at Fulani man that only rear cattle, you know, are into animal husbandry, you know. They graze from Futajelo Highland, where River Niger takes its course or source, from Futajelo Highland to Niger to Nigeria, where they actually ended up in the whole regions of the country pitching their tents and tarpaulin, ruga. That is what they know. They don't go to school. They don't go to university. Presently, the great Fulani politicians has learned how to send their children to school in the UK. Igbo man started 1940s. Igbo man started 18 something. The Igbo slaves that came back from Texas, 18 centuries, they were wonderful people. The Igbo slaves that settled in Sierra Leone, they first wrote Onwu orthography in 1961. The first Igbo textbook books were written by Sierra Leone Igbos. They were slaves that migrated from United States of America. Some of their descendants are still living there till date. Someone is saying Igbo man is not learned. Who are you? Whom do you think you are? We are more educated than any tribe in Africa. If you don't know, we touch everywhere. We are in Tanzania. We are in Dar es Salaam. We are in Uganda, Kampala. We are in Zambia. We are waxing strong in Ghana. Oga, you can't rub shoulder. You can't contest with Igbos. We are too far. Hausa is not more educated, as I say, half than my community in Anambra State. Oga, Igbo is over subjugated, neglected, and oppressed in Nigeria, which is why our case is different in the army, in the police. I want to know the last time Igbo man was made IG of police. But he's on a plethora of, let me say, global platform. Let us do our research. You can ask Google. The last Igbo IG in Nigeria, which year? The last Igbo chief of general staff, army staff, or whatever. He did well. 2009, Abi, 2010. He was changed by Goodluck Jonathan. Was not that the last time? How do you do this kind of injustice? You know, over what is right. Give Yoruba, give Igbo, give Hausa, give Yoruba, give Igbo. This is the two nationalities you have in Nigeria. You sideline the other one. The true meaning of bigotry is it. Ethnic bigotry, religious bigotry, everything is a political bigotry. Everything about political leadership, Igbo man is over neglected, looked down upon and sidelined. So that's why I'm of the opinion that our daughter Omunna, Ihuoma Omunna, he has achieved a great feat in the faraway United States of America, Harvard University to be precise. You know the kind of materials Harvard University had produced over the centuries. They are the best when you talk about academics around United States of America. I think Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe attended Harvard. I think I'm sure that Barack Obama, the great, motivational speaker, attended Harvard University, and many more, many of them. And I'm seeing Igbo daughters and sons doing us great proud in diaspora. American Igbos are wonderful people. You have many of them as county, what do you call the mayor of many counties in the United States of America. lawmaking body. You have many Igbos in Canada. At least when Malami was Minister of Justice during Buhari administration, a great Minister of Justice, Attorney General, actually challenged him in Canada. He is the Attorney General of Canada, an Igbo man. I think Chubuike by name or something like that. He challenged him. Abducting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Nairobi amounted that you are not fit to be a Minister of Justice, let alone Attorney General of Federation of Nigeria. That was what the Igbo Attorney General in Canada said. Oga Adeamu Abanioku, the man presently as Nigerian president, is not merited in that seat. It was Obi's administration. I want you to see bigotry at work here. Does Tinubu fit into that position? We did not vote him. Has he certificate? Has he produced his certificate? Did the Buhari produce certificate? Did the Buhari fit into that position he was before as a Nigerian president? All these are bigotry, against Igbo man. Let us tell ourselves the truth. The only solution to this, injustice, oppression, and let's say subjugation of all kinds, the only solution is division. It is not negotiable that you can divide Nigeria. Why? Nigeria is made up of many countries. Let me talk the world and my viewers. Each and every ethnicity, tribe in Europe is a country. Let me talk you. The former USSR that was disbanded in 1991. USSR meaning Union Socialist of Soviet Republic or Union Soviet of Socialist. No, Union Socialist of Soviet Republic, USSR, were all tribes. One, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine, Maldives, Lithuania, Georgia, and so on and so forth. All these are ethnicities. Do you know that they are countries right now? After disbanding of the former USSR, Lithuania is now a country. Maldives is now a country. Mongolia is now a country. Ukraine is a country. Russia is now a country. Kazakhstan, Belarusia. In Nigeria, you have how many tribes? Let me name them. Urobo. No, Urobo, them are all our sister tribes. You have Igbo, you have Hausa, you have Yoruba. In Hausa there, you have Fulani, you have many tribes around Hausa. Then, in Yoruba land, you have Yoruba. Yoruba is a country on its own and is a tribe. Igbo should be a country on its own. It's a tribe. How can you just brought many countries together and call them one country? Why not Europe calling USSR one country and leave them? Why not United Kingdom call England a country and leave them? When you have Scotland, you have Isle of Man, you have Wales, you have Ireland, Belfast and Dublin. They are all operating as a separate entity in the United Kingdom. Why not join all of them together and call them one country? There will be problem. We have many problems in Nigeria today because many countries are tied together as a country. You don't do that. Nigeria is made up of many multi-nationalities, or you call them multi-nation. We are more than one. We are more than 300. Allow everybody to go and start, their own country afresh.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ra. Finally, to wrap it up, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is set to honor this girl, Ifeanyi Omona, because he is proud of the citizen and the good name that the girl has brought to Nigeria. Now, the same girl came out saying, the same agitator came out saying that, why would you say such a thing when few days ago you said that you are going to win an election with or without the support of the Igbos? That was what the president said.
Yes.
Why now coming out to acknowledge the same Igbo? Finally, Mr. Ralph, what would you have to say about it?
I have to say this, that Tinubu is dreaming and Tinubu is of old age. Sometimes this reorientation is his problem. That is forgetfulness. You don't blame him, he has forgotten. Because when you have spat on somebody's face, you don't go back and lick the spittle on his face or wipe it off, begin to communicate with him as a friend. Igbo has been spat on many times, and we expect our enemies that has been spitting on us to at least distance themselves from us. So what the girl is saying right now is the right thing, because Tinubu spanking Igbos many times. Tinubu does not like Igbos. Tinubu's government sidelined the Igbos. Igbo has no place in this regime. He actually enslaved the Igbos, using Hope Uzodinma as an agent and the Charles Soludo to deceive the Igbo people into believing in him by voting him comes 2027. So this girl actually made a correct statement. Why me, a rejected stone? Now you are trying to, call me a cornerstone, chief cornerstone. So why the Igbos? Allow Igbos to enjoy the good news, the good tidings, the good benefit that Ifeanyi Omona has come up with at Harvard University. Distance from me as you have distance from IPOB, calling us terrorists. Why now that you are celebrating terrorists, boasting that terrorists has brought good record to you or honor to you? So I support this, and what Tinubu should do right now is to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on proscribed IPOB and the number 4th deadliest terrorist group in the world, the Fulani herdsmen and Fulani bandits. It should actually make it so pronounced before United Nations, Israel, and America comes to Nigeria and do it for you. Igbo man, we don't accept any honor celebration. Any celebration whatsoever this country, is on right now as a result of what Miss Umonna Ifeanyi achieved in the faraway U.S.A. We don't accept it. We accept her. We celebrate her. We are not celebrating her in conjunction with Nigeria. We are on our own. We are Biafra. What is going on now in Nigeria currently has actually proven that the manner Nigerian police handle Igbo case is not the manner Nigerian police handle Yoruba case. The manner Nigerian police handle Hausa case is not the manner they handle, a man from Port Harcourt, Ikwere's case. The same thing applicable to on those Delta Igbo communities. They treat their cases different. Look at what happened at the Kwama community in Delta State when the soldier was, playing a role of mediator, mediating between communities over land ownership. They went there, they paid many people in that community, even the local chiefs, because someone paid them. That was during Buhari regime. During Tinubu, that was 2023. Okwama community were reduced in their large number to the level of Ijo communities in Bayelsa. They pursued them as far as from Okwama Delta State to Ijo Delta, Bayelsa. Do you know why? They have Igbo blood. They know that Okwama, if you break it into pieces, you see that is a compound word. It might be Urobo and Igbo. Okwama. I don't know what you understand. They take it so aggressive, let me say, they become too extreme on, in discharging of their official duty. They will kill because we are Igbo. This is bigotry. They always sideline the Igbos, thereby petting Fulani, romancing Hausa, caressing Yoruba and the rest of other tribes in the Mid-Belt. So this time around, we've come out with our key studies and believe that the only solution to this kind of vices in Nigerian political system is dissolve the current state that is made up of Nigerian contraption, create a new one. Let us at least invite parliamentary system of government, regional government, or confederacy, a situation whereby each region will be autonomous, managing their natural resources, having their police, regional police. Each and every region have their own police and army. Let us just coexist. This current state called Nigeria is no longer working. I'm telling you, it's not working at all because we lack cohesion. We are no longer coexisting, and the only better, solution is to disintegrate Nigeria.
Well said, Mr. Ralph. You said it all. Now, a question also came up, like saying, even when they want to have mercy on the Igbos, when they talk about amnesty, they will collect their guns from them. But when it is time for the Fulanis, they give them amnesty, and still allow them to go with their rifles, with their guns. Yeah. What do you think is the agenda for all this?
The agenda for all this is land grabbing. The agenda for all this is domineering ideology. That domination ideology, Fulani has been dreaming for that over years, many years, until arrival of Buhari administration in 2015. Buhari actually made up his mind to fulfill what his grandpapa, Othman Dan Fodio, started 3 centuries ago. Othman Dan Fodio was the first jihadist in West Africa that stretched from Senegambia, Futajelo Highland, from 1804 down to northeastern Nigeria state of Borno State. I don't know what you understand. He actually conquered the northwest. The entire Sokoto Caliphates are Fulani domain today. Fulani has captured Sokoto, Katsina, everywhere in the northwest. They allow this caliphacy in Sokoto, and the Sultana was the head until date. The spiritual father of northwest Sokoto caliphacy is Sadwana. That is Sultana of Sokoto. And now he stretched his conquest to Kano. He overpowered Kano and took over there. Even that Queen Amina, I think, that Queen Amina, yeah, they overpowered her because they changed his, religion, her religion, sorry, and she became a Muslim. From there, they stretched their conquest to Kanuri states of Borno. Borno believe they migrated from Sudan, it's true, and Yemen. But today, they fought hard to bring Borno back down. That's why you don't have Emir of Borno. You can never have Sultan of Borno because originally they are Muslims before the arrival of Fulani in 1804. So that's why Borno did not fall till today. Ottoman Dafodo could not control Borno. Kanuris are there Gidimba, having large number of Christians and Muslims in Borno state. So what am I trying to say here? Their agenda is land grabbing. They want to grab the entire land of Nigeria, especially the north that actually hosted them almost 3 centuries ago. They are now in control of north. As I'm talking to you now, when you see a wave-making politician, very, very famous in terms of political structures all over the regions, 4 cardinal points of north, he is a Fulani man. When you see an able-bodied, rich, opulent farmer in the north cultivating the entire land of north, making and thriving well in agriculture and farming, he is an Hausa man. Hausa man is not a desperate politician in the north. He is a good man. He might be a good Christian or traditional worshipper. They are not as desperate as Fulanis. So Fulani has actually destroyed the entire northern region because of their greed and the religious bigotry. Very late, they are not even fighting about religion again. What they are busy doing is unaliving, demising, reducing in their large number the Hausa locals or natives that actually allowed them to live among them in their land. That is